thanks everyone from ABC Co for joining us today, and we're excited to have this conversation with you guys. So just to kind of start, we're going to talk about some challenges in the enterprise surrounding, some more cloud-based file sharing and collaboration tools. So, the challenge is really from the mobile workforce because you have to have, constant access to content no matter where you are, no matter what time of the day, right? It's got to be, it's got to be easy, it's got to be fast. You have to be able to do it offline if you're at, the grocery store, or if you're, at a terminal, or waiting for your flight. It doesn't really matter, but you've got to have access, constant access. There's also the challenge with fragmented information. So how are we going to get the information that we need, at the right time from the right people? How are we going to be able to collaborate on that information if there's so many different copies, no real master copy? How are we going to kind of, do conflict resolution with that? And there's also just a general concern with file sharing, especially with sensitive files, and also, with the concept of sharing in the cloud, a lack of security and a lack of control. So we'll address some of those, issues that can kind of be resolved pretty easily with access and provisioning within the document cloud service, and as well as just, kind of addressing some of the security mechanisms of docs in general. And then, of course, always a challenge is the proliferation of new silos. So how are we going to address a lack of integration there and keep the management cohesive, right? And make sure that you're not, constantly gaining more and more fragmented silos along the way. So the appeal of cloud solutions for file sync and share is that you can really eliminate the limitations of email, right? So you've got large file handling. It's frictionless. So you can access your information anytime, anywhere, via any device, and your experience is pretty unified across different form factors. Consumer-like experience. So you've got easy access. It's easy to use. It's self-explanatory. You can share and collaborate pretty easily. We use Docs here at Oracle as well, and personally, I use it for most of my relationships with my reps, even for HR purposes. If I'm sending out any sort of any sort of quoting or pricing or contracts or anything of that nature, we also use Docs as well. So there wasn't any formal training. We just sort of kind of learned it because it was so it was so intuitive. And it's also you have the opportunity here to make sure that it's managed by the users, but you can still have everything administered by IT. So all those roles and privileges and accounts can be administered, but again, the users have opportunities to create folders and add certain people with certain different privileges and access rights to certain other folders. So you've got that granularity that you can get from that perspective. So the Oracle Document Cloud Service is our enterprise-grade file sync and share solution for the cloud. And then these are a couple of the different mechanisms by which you can access Docs. So from my mobile device, from my tablet, I can do it from my desktop or from my web client. And it's simple, it's intuitive, the branding is similar, the experience is similar, and of course I've got ways to address that security piece, and then of course everything is integrated. So you're having immediate syncing. If I'm trying to upload a certain file into a certain folder on my mobile device, it'll automatically populate that way on my web client, on my desktop client, so forth. And then of course, this is really more than just file sync and share, right? This is a way to address your enterprise content management needs as a whole, right? This is Oracle's vision, is to create this very unified approach to content management and extend enterprise content management to the cloud while you're still addressing all of those security and control needs. And then of course, you can leverage your existing investment. So this is a big piece right here is, how do we really content enable the applications that we already have? How can we really continue to create and extend those business processes and move them to the cloud, right? And then of course, in general, what is your vendor, right? How can you choose a strategic vendor that's going to give you that opportunity to kind of have the cross-solution synergies between different types of applications or different types of products, really just through one unified admin and through a single vendor. So that's where your investment really comes in here with Oracle. So thank you guys so much for this, for giving us the time to chat with you today about Docs. And I just do want to ask, does anyone have any questions at this point?
This is Julia from ABC Company. We just would really appreciate it if you could send over these slides and maybe some other documentation or resources that we could read over about the Oracle Documents Cloud Service.
Sure, Julia, that's no problem. Actually, it's probably easy that I do it now because I'm so scatterbrained I'll probably forget. But I'm just going to go ahead and use my desktop client since I've already got it open. And as you can see here, if I go into my Oracle documents, I've got a variety of different folders here. But I'll go ahead and click into Sales Reps because this is how Anthony and I, your account manager, this is how we kind of contribute and collaborate on whatever it is that, whatever collateral it is that we'd like to share with you guys. So if I go ahead and click into my folder with Anthony and I click into the ABC folder, I've got an internal only file that I have here with Anthony, and it includes the presentation from today. So I'll just go ahead and move that to a folder with ABC Company. And since this is the folder that I plan to share with you, I'll just go ahead and create a quick link. And so I'll just go ahead and share this file with you, Julia, since you've asked, and I'll just create a public link. And I will name it Julia at ABC. And then I'll just email it to you, Julia. So let me put your email in there really quickly. So now if you open up your email, Julia, you should go ahead and access that public link.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I actually just got an email, and this is my email client, and I'll be able to open that and see that file, hopefully. Let's check it out. Awesome. So this is what Oracle Documents looks like. Let me go ahead and open that and make sure everything's there, and great. Cool. I really like this view.
So this is what it would look like for any of us at Oracle that are trying to just access PowerPoints or documents from a browser.
Yeah, if there's any other documents or data sheets or white papers that you could send over about Oracle Documents Cloud Service, we'd love to read those over.
Sure, absolutely. I'll be sure to do that. So yeah, over the next couple of days, I'm going to be working with Anthony to go ahead and make sure that we have, all the collateral that we need to make, to get over to Julia. And I know she asked for a couple of different, different items. So Anthony just sent me, hey, can you send some PowerPoints over for ABC Company? So I'll go ahead and just, luckily I've got docs on my phone, but I'm frantically, trying to get this done before I get on the plane. My flight's going to take off in a couple of minutes here. So I'll go ahead and open up one of my folders, because I already have some architecture slides that are saved into this folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy them and go ahead and move them over to my folder with Anthony. So luckily this is already synced, and I can go ahead and submit this to him. So I'm just dragging it into the internal only folder. I'm selecting it, and so now Anthony, when he goes ahead and opens up that folder, he'll be able to see it and then do whatever work on it that he'd like to do, obviously in the time before I land.
All right, great. So I just got a text message from Sarah. It looks like she already uploaded some new documents for us to send over to ABC Company. So let's go ahead and check those out. Let me open that folder. This is where we collaborate. Awesome. So she uploaded two, looks like pretty technical PowerPoints into our collaboration folder internally. Maybe I can check those out and make some edits. Awesome. This is pretty good information that we'll be able to send to the customer, and I'll be able to see this through the web UI and do a lot of things through here. But I don't know, it's pretty standard. I kind of want to make it relevant for ABC Company, so I'm going to go ahead and download this file so I can make an edit to it and make it more relevant for ABC Company. So I can save that file. I'll save it to my desktop and click Save. Awesome. So once I open up that file, I'll be able to make some edits to it directly from the native program that it was created in. So obviously this PowerPoint presentation was created in PowerPoint, and I'll make an edit, just a really simple one, making it more comfortable for the customers to say this isn't just some other document that we send to everyone, but I wanted to tailor it to ABC Company, and I can click Save. From here, I'll go back to the web UI, and I'll be able to upload a new version directly from this interface. there, I'll find that document called Docs Architecture Slides. Click Open. It's going to give me a prompt that says, do you want to create a new version? And I'll say yes. So once that's uploaded, you'll see now that I'm on the second version of the file. And it was created initially by Sarah, but last uploaded by me just now. All right, so now we're going to go check out that second PowerPoint, and I'm just going to, download it directly from this folder interface. So if I select that document, I can download it from here, or I can upload a new version and so on. But I'm going to go ahead and click download and save this file to my desktop as well. Yes, it's on my desktop, and I'll be able to open that file. And from here, I want to just make a small edit to make sure that ABC Company knows that this isn't just for any other company, it's for them specifically. And let's say this is from Sarah and I. And this is May 2015. And we'll click Save. Once I exit that, directly from this folder interface again, I can upload a new version of that document. And that version is going to be the second version that I just edited. So once that's done uploading, I'll be able to see the new edits that I made in this PowerPoint presentation. In the meantime, there's a couple other files that I usually like to share with customers. They're not PowerPoints, but they're just PDFs. One of them is a data sheet about docs. One of them is an ebook. We really like to talk about the high-level value benefits of Oracle Documents Cloud Service. Awesome. So it's been edited, and it's the second version of the file again. So at this point, I'm going to add a couple more files. From here, I have a folder with some assets that I usually like to share with customers, and that's the data sheet and the ebook. I'm going to go ahead and copy those over to that folder where Sarah can review them, or we can just upload them directly to the shared with customer folder. So let me copy them over, and once that's done, I'll be able to go back to my folder and see now here are all of the files that we need to send over to the company, ABC Company, for Julia to review and the rest of her teammates to review. So at this point, I can go ahead and select all 4 of these files and copy them. I'm going to copy them to the shared with ABC Company folder. And at that time, Julia should be able to then view these files on her own and through her public link that Sarah shared earlier. So it's back to Julia now here from ABC Company. They sent me an email, said they uploaded some new files for us to review. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and go back to that folder. Awesome. So it looks like not only do I have that presentation that they shared with me, but they also shared with me some architecture slides, some data sheets, and so on. So let's check out a couple of these before I take a break for lunch. Cool.
So Anthony and I, since we've been collaborating on this and since he's made those edits and gone ahead and shared them with Julia, I just want to make sure that everything looks good, and I want to be able to maybe access it on my own. So now since I've landed and I have access to my computer again, I just opened up the web client. I'll click into my folder here with Anthony. And once I open up the ABC folder, I can go ahead and see in our internal folder, these are the ones that were maybe edited or worked on by Anthony or myself. So if I click into this technical overview, I can go ahead and just look at some more properties and see that we've got some version history information here. So if I want to go back and download the initial version, I can, or I can make it the current version, but I obviously do not want to do that because the latest one is the one that's been corrected. So as you can see here, I have access to the different versions. And then I can also see, Anthony's been working on this, and it gives me, the times that he's been working on it, as well as, obviously myself, who has now just seen it. And, I can even go back into our shared folder with ABC Company. And once I've clicked into that, I'm also able to say, okay, since Julia has access to these things, I'm just curious to see if she's even seen them. So I can open up one of these overviews, and if I click on properties, I'm able to see that Julia at ABC did access it about 2 minutes ago. So this gives me some information about about my customer and about whether or not Julia has sort of looked into some of these items, and hopefully then if she has, then we can definitely follow up and answer any other additional questions she might have.